Hey, I'm Susanna Lanier, actor and acting coach for over 25 years.
I'm Jess Greenberg, casting director for over 10 years.
We're here to help you navigate this crazy, creative, and sometimes chaotic journey into the film and television world.
We share our insights as to what works.
And invite some pretty spectacular guests to share more ideas to move you on your journey.
So without further ado, let's get into the show. Hello.
Hello, everybody.
We are back with another MINISODE of Book the Room. And this episode, we're going to talk all about special skills and when it's important and when it's just not, in my opinion, from my experience.
Right.
Yeah.
I know. Jess just told me the story about, she had a conversation with an agent and an actor about the importance and not importance of special skills.
Yeah.
So launch away with the story.
Exactly. And yeah, I spoke about it briefly on my TikTok. I talk a lot on TikTok, so
cool.
Follow me there if you
I'll
want
have to
more.
watch you on TikTok. I'm not on TikTok, but I will get on there.
It's fun. It is fun. But all to say, yes. So I was at my office. An agent was here. One of her clients had passed by, and they were telling me about a new breakdown that had gone out. Not mine. I am not associated with the project. And that's probably why I'm very liberal with saying what I'm about
with
to
your
say.
opinions.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But they said, yes, we're looking for, the breakdown was for a Christmas movie, and they're looking for the lead, and the lead has to ski. And they said very clearly in the breakdown, we are looking for leads that can ski. And the client that was there physically looks very athletic. Like if she was on skis, it wouldn't be like she looks out of place. Like she could look like a skier, but she does not know how to ski. I don't think she's ever skied in her life. And so the agent was like, yeah, we're not submitting you. And I pipe in and I was like, I think you should submit.
Yeah.
Because it's the lead. And I'll tell you there, so there's different circumstances where it's different and less important, more important. Skiing, maybe it's not that crazy of a skill because, we live in Canada. So, a lot of families have gone skiing before. But all to say is I was saying, submit her and submit with a note that says she is not a skier, but she loves the projects, love the roles. So, if you do end up opening up the search because you can't find someone you want that skis, here she is, she's available, so It shows you read the breakdown, they're looking, it's possible that they're not even going to consider you, but here you are, and, of course they're going to look at everyone who skis first, to ignore all of the other logistics that could arise if you're not going with a skier.
Right.
But from my experience, people who are submitting that say they are if I yes, I know how to ski. I had ski lessons as a kid. A couple winters ago, I went and I did maybe 2 or 3 runs. I know how to be on skis, but would I feel comfortable doing it on camera?
Right.
No, but
no.
Okay, you're asking if I know how to ski. Yeah, I know how to ski. But people embellish too. So it's what level of ski are you looking for exactly? Are you looking for a racer, an Olympic skier? What are you looking for? To me, when you're looking for a lead, the special skill is secondary.
But I agree. But I asked you also, has she ever skied? And you don't think she has at all. So she's literally a zero skier.
Yeah.
But listen, I agree. It's a lead. And this is also somebody, unless she has a phobia towards skis, which that doesn't seem like it's the case. You could probably, if you're getting a lead, you could probably listen. I remember going skating with a bunch of guys who were all skaters. They were skiing in 5 minutes. So if you do other balancing winter sports, you'll figure it out. But even that's neither here nor there. It's just so funny because I find more actors than not are the opposite. They're like, yeah, I can juggle. They're like, I can't juggle. I'm like, yeah, I can do gymnastics. Yeah, like they're the exact opposite. I wanted to say, like, don't say you can juggle if you can't juggle. Don't
Yes.
say you can do gymnastics, backflips, and stuff if you can't do a somersault. Like, you can put your level, like, juggle beginner, like you've
Yeah.
taken, you can do a few oranges, it's not awful or whatever, or gymnastics beginner, like I can do a somersault. I mean, fine, but be careful. But I agree with Jess on that. If it's a lead and you're perfect in every other way except for the special skills, just put a note. They
Yeah.
may or may not see you.
Right. But I'll tell you where
yeah.
it is important. And
Okay.
there's a difference because, again, and I'm a little bit like talking out of my ass here because I didn't actually see the breakdown. I don't know the storyline. I don't know if this if this is a Christmas movie where it's like a ski instructor goes and falls in love with her,
I'm sure it is.
boyfriend from this chalet. Yeah. Like, so whatever. If they're asking for skiing, yes, maybe they really need, it's part of the storyline, but like to contrast it, like to say, like in plan B, we were, creating a scene with a circus school as part of the storyline, where they go to a circus school. And at that point, we are looking for circus performers, like people who actually have circus skills. So that's where it's actually important. It's like, yes, they need, like, the skill comes before the acting. It's like, first we're only looking at the circus performers, and those are the ones who are going to audition for the acting roles, for the circus teacher, the circus director, the students. Like, you're building this environment where, like, we literally will be seeing these people doing these circus skills. So they actually have to have them. They're not going to double a circus teacher, like, no, let's get the circus teacher and let's give him lines, and he needs those circus skills. So, like, that's where it's actually different. So the juggling, like, yeah, if you're doing a whole circus scene, they want real jugglers. It's not like here's the lead of this Christmas movie, and it's like, oh, that could be fun if he's juggling or whatever
in the kitchen. The oranges is part of a romantic thing, but if he's like, he is a juggler and most of the scenes are at the circus, like, it's a little different than him with the orange and the onion. Look at me, this is cute.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, the agent thought I was a nut and crazy for even suggesting to submit her. And whether, I don't hold it against them whether she wants to submit her client or not. That's totally their prerogative. I am very curious as to see who they will end up casting and if this person has real ski skills and experience and how they end up shooting all of that. But yeah, I just think depending on the role, depending on the category of the role and what the scene is, what the character is, to me, in a lead, the energy, the chemistry with whoever else is, whatever else is involved in the story is so much more important than the skill itself. So
dependent. Yeah. But as you say with that, like, it depends on the story, and it depends on the scene. And obviously, like you said, a lead is very different than if it's like a day shoot for a ski school. Like, if you don't know how to, or the ski instructor at the resort, they probably, especially if it's like a few days but it's not that big a part or whatever, like, so I guess you got to play it by ear. I know it and I think it's a very debatable point, because it really is, because some people will say, like, just submit me for everything. I'm an athletic person and I will learn it, like, anything, I will do it. And then some people are like, me, I do not want to get stuck on set asking me to do something I don't know how to do. Like, listen, I've been driving for 11 years. I'm not a very good driver. I do not want to drive on set. I don't like having to park on set. I don't, it's already stressful enough. I have driven in scenes before, but I have really flagged it. Like, yes, I know how to drive, but not a great driver. Like I do flag it just so they know, because I've seen them. They want you to like pull in here really fast, hit the mark, and you're like, like no way. Like I am not,
and do it in your character, and do it
character, and sometimes from inside while you're talking. Then they, do it. I am no precision driver. That's just what I would say. I'm not a precision driver. I can drive.
Know thyself.
Exactly. And how you are on set. Like I'm usually quite nervous, and I've got to be focused, and with business too, that's something that I have to be. So it does have to feel second nature to me. Too complicated is something that I'm not great at. But listen, I can ski. I'm not a great skier, but I would, if they said, the character would be downhill skiing, I'd be like, yeah, no problem. I would say like intermediate, like I would flag that, but it wouldn't be a problem for me. But I've been on skis.
They could get a shot of you like getting off the chairlift.
Yeah, no, maybe. No, I think I could, but I would probably, because I haven't skied now in like over 10 years. I mean, 15 years. I would definitely you don't forget. It's like riding a bike. I could definitely do it, but I would definitely book myself one day of skiing before the shoot.
Yeah.
But it's kind of hard to do that if they're shooting now and it's like the middle of November, because sometimes they do that too.
So there's not much time for training, so that's probably why they're looking for a skier. And listen, maybe like, you've seen like career changes, like, maybe they'll find like an Olympic skier whose goal and dream was always to act. So it's like, oh my God, you need to see this person. Then something will click, and maybe they will find an amazing skier who wants to act. And it's like introducing so-and-so to the big screen,
It's perfect.
So it could be really fun, but we'll see.
So there's our 2 cents, everybody, on special skills. So I guess it can go either way, but I guess Jess's recommendation, if it's a lead, think about it. Don't be like, no, I can't do that, because there's a lot more than just the skiing. And if you're or whatever the special skills, and if you're so perfect for the role, but not perfect for the special skills, they may take allowance to that. But if it's a smaller part, and it's like specifically they want like her 3 best friends are professional skiers, forget it. It's like, forget it, So you have to,
And all to say, like, the other point, I guess, is like, to me, what's even not annoying, but like sometimes when we're looking for leads, we are looking for like what we say, like name value, right? Like, so like we get submissions for that, and it's like, okay, let's be real, like
that's not a name,
right? So if they're looking for name value and skier, don't submit yourself for that. Like, I don't have a name value, and I
don't know how to ski.
Yeah.
But I think know your role. To try.
Yeah. Like, be selective, but like, all to say, like, don't overthink it, but like, be smart about it. If it's a lead and you do audition for leads and you go in for leads, and it's something that you've been doing or have been cast in before, you don't ski, but everything else sort of works, go for it. That was sort of the point I was trying to make. But but just know yourself and know where you stand.
Very cool. So there you go, everybody. That's our special skills roundup. Have a wonderful week, and we look forward to seeing you soon. Bye.
Bye.
If you're enjoying this podcast, we would really appreciate it if you could take a moment to support us.
Leave us a review on your favorite podcast app. You can share this podcast with your friends and colleagues, and follow us on social media @Book the Room Podcast.
We put out episodes weekly, so subscribe to the shows to get notified.